What's going on, YouTube? This your boy SB. Welcome to another episode of SB Toys here. We've been doing some figure reviews lately. We're going to continue. We're back with the Marvel Legends figures review. Many of you know out there who's been collecting. We got the new X-Men wave hitting the shelves now. And so I'm doing another one from the Warlock Build-A-Figure series today. This is one I definitely, when I first heard about this line coming out, this was one of the figures I definitely wanted to get my hands on. Especially since there's already been a version out before. But I had to pass up on that one. And when I saw this one, I was like, yes, this is more of the figure I wanted. So with that being said, we're going to look at the Marvel Legends Cyclops figure today. As I mentioned, he's from the Marvel's Warlock Build-A-Figure series. As you can see right now, spinning around in the package. On the side there, you can see some of the artwork of Cyclops. Get around to the back, you see his promo photo. You see a list of the rest of the characters in that wave that you can get as well. So what we're about to do is go ahead, pull him out the box, get a little hands-on review, and see what we think about this figure. We got Cyclops here in hand. And upon initial reaction, I'm pretty impressed with the figure. Definitely like the design of it, build of it. Joints not too tight and not too loose. Now let me point out here, his right arm here, where this double elbow joint connection is. It is a little bent out of shape being in the packaging. That seems to be a problem sometimes with some of these Hasbro figures from the Marvel Legends line. So that's one thing to keep in mind about. Another thing to keep in mind about as well, which I've heard a few other people mention before that's got this figure already. The little bands here on his legs, they made them little rubber, loose material. You just slide up, try to slide in place. Same here when you get down to his boot. So them some things keeping in mind. They're not sculpted into the design at all. Now, as far as accessories, pretty limited as far as accessories. The only accessory you're getting here is the left leg from the Warlock figure that you will assemble once you collect the rest of the Marvel Legends figures in this wave. So as far as that's all you'll be getting as far as the accessories. I know a little disappointing, yes. But let's get into the size here. You do a measurement here. The Cyclops figure looks like it's right at 6 1/4. When it comes to the Marvel Legends, it's all about the articulation. So let's go ahead and discuss that. Let's start at the head here. We're going to turn him here to his left side, your right, and turn him over to his right side, your left. As you see, there's a full left-right turn. You can do a full 360. Let's turn to the side. Nice range going down. And very nice range tilting up as well. Let's get to his shoulder here. Little bicep extension. Almost a full 90 degrees extension. Does have full rotation going forward, backwards. Bicep swivel here at the arm. Double jointed elbows. Get here at the wrist. Does have wrist swivel. And you can do a downward tilt and upward tilt. He also has this little cuff, which is supposed to be a part of his glove, that moves around too. That's just like the rubber, loose rubber I was talking about on his legs, which we'll get back to that. Midsection here. He has his little chest piece strap. Doesn't interfere with the ab crunching at all, as you can see. You can do a nice little forward ab crunch. Nice ab crunching going back. Of course, now it kind of gets a little weird when you go back with it. So keep that in mind. But you can take this off as well. There's a little strap here you disconnect. And you can remove that. Of course, I don't know why you would want to, because then it wouldn't look like the Cyclops figure, the modern Jim Lee style. So let's go ahead and continue. Get down to his hips. Full hip rotation. Doesn't interfere at all. Get down to his legs. Legs on the ball swivel. Extend that out. Almost a 90 degree. Going forward, nice range going forward here. Going back, that's a nice little range going back as well, so that's pretty good. Nope. Now here we go, where we run into the problem with the straps here, the loose straps. Getting down on his legs, trying to pose them and stuff. As you see, he does have a swivel here at the thigh. Double jointed knee. There's another issue with these straps. Go ahead and get down to his shin, though. He has shin swivel. He has ankle tilt forward and backward, and does have ankle pivoting. So this is a very nicely sculpted figure here, I must say. I definitely like the build and design of this figure. Only things, well, let's go ahead and discuss some more of what I do like. Definitely like the head sculpt on here. A nice little head sculpt, as I mentioned, the build. And of course, the design is very familiar to the Cyclops I grew up with from the cartoons, which is one of the reasons I wanted to go ahead and cop this. So those are a few things I like. Now, some of the things I do have to gripe about as far as, some of the elements to his costume design. Hasbro decided to, find a quick workaround. Instead of really doing a detailed sculpt that incorporates all this, they decided to cop out with these little cheap rubber bands that you have to position and constantly move around when trying to pose them, because they like to get loose and get in the way. Same with his chest piece here. All of this is just quick accessories throw over top of the sculpt here, just so you can play on the character design, but ultimately it does interfere a little bit with when you're trying to pose them. Some of the poses, it ends up looking awkward, especially up here in this middle section when you're doing his ab crunch. You have his little chest and strap piece almost poking off of his body. One more thing I forgot to mention in my last segment. And if you've seen the Old Man Logan figure review, I mentioned this a little bit as well. But also with this one, these are like probably going to be your most popular figures from this line here. And you come up short with the accessories. So that's a big gripe as well. I mean, a lot of people was hyped about this figure. Could have thrown in an alternative head, maybe some additional hands here. But we did not. So I guess Hasbro figured, we're giving you the Jim Lee style Cyclops. You need to be happy with just that. Overall, like I said, a nice solid figure here. Definitely as far as sculpting and everything, I will go ahead and say it. I've seen the Toy Biz version, and although it's probably better as far as handling the costume pieces and elements to it, and I'm sure that one doesn't have any loose rubber material falling off the legs when you're trying to pose them. But it does look like it needs to go on a P90X bulking up diet or something, because that's very puny and petite. This one has a nice full build to it and very much resembles a Cyclops that I would imagine. So with that said, I would say I would probably go ahead and recommend you getting this figure, especially if you don't have a Cyclops figure, especially of this style from the cartoon, or as they call it, the Jim Lee style. You don't have this version of Cyclops. I recommend going ahead and getting this one over top of the Toy Biz version. Now, where can you find them? As I mentioned before, right now it looks like they're currently only popping up at Target department stores. So if you have a Target near you, you might want to go ahead and see if you can luck up and get in on them. Make sure you try to get in as soon as possible, because from few of my attempts of trying to find them, when I talk to folks that work there, they always tell me, yeah, we just put them up. As soon as we put them up, they was right off the shelf. So this is a hot item right now. These X-Men Marvel Legends have been in high demand. Well, the popular characters, I'd say. Iceman, Havoc, Kitty Pryde. But anyway, yeah, so let me do a quick shout out. My boy Van, I've mentioned him in plenty of other videos. A lot of the figures that I've been able to review for you, he was able to scout out for me and find out there in the wild, as some of us toy collectors like to say when looking for figures in demand. Hopefully I'll be able to come across some more and we'll do a few more reviews for you from the Warlock series. But I was definitely glad to get this one. This was one of the figures that I really wanted from this wave, and I have them here to review for you. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you have the old Toy Biz Cyclops and you think that's a much better figure, go ahead, leave me a comment as well. Let me know why you think that. Anyway, I'm running over my time. So before I go, let me make sure to mention also, if you have Instagram, that's my other form of social media I'm on, you can follow me at SB Toys. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video review. It's your boy SB. I'm out.